Hello and welcome to my channel, GreenLion Goddess Tarot. It's funny because I was looking at, yesterday I had this image of like a big foot, like taking a great stride and intuitive message. And this, I'm getting a sense of shutting the door. So it was like you were walking away from something yesterday or making decisions or revelations that this is something you need to detach and walk away from. But today it kind of feels like, yes, I'm shutting that door. And so it feels like there's almost like a finality to just, suddenly being resolved with a direction that you're going with something at this moment. Oh, 6 of Wands, successful. So that little beautiful Knight of Cups that we had yesterday, and it was on the white horse. The Knight of Cups is very much, the white horse represents spirit, so where your spirit is taking you. Success, triumph. Page of Wands, you're looking at something new, getting excited about something new, getting inspired around the direction or some potential for some growth in your life here. The Page of Wands, very enthusiastic about something, about where your heart is leading you, and feeling potentially very optimistic. The 6 of Pentacles. So 2 sixes, a very harmonious energy of wanting to bring harmony in. So you're saying, right, I can see this thing. What do I want to, how can I invest some time, effort and energy into this? So feeling, very inspired energy, the 8 of Swords. Okay, so there are a little bit of restrictions around potentially because it's kind of like suddenly you want to bring something new in and it's like, do I have space for this? And the 9 of Swords is kind of like, okay, what's going on inside your mind is you might just be like, I can't work out how this is going to happen, but it just feels like that feels right to be heading in this direction. So we have the Justice energy, and this is, again, that official energy. Both of the Justice and the 6 of Pentacles have got the scales. So something is definitely being rebalanced here, but your head, your 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, what's going on inside the element of air in terms of how you can organize this or make it happen, or your mindset, your thoughts around this are a little bit like I kind of, can't quite fit a circle into a square energy at this moment in time. I just can't see necessarily how it's going to work, but we do have the Justice energy there, which is around contracts. It's around the things that you agree to do in this lifetime. And it can be definitely to do with your soul contracts, what you've, it's interesting because I'm kind of getting that this could be something that is coming in now at this moment in time that is like one of those soul contract energies that you've agreed to do in this lifetime. And so that's why it can feel like a big thing that's pulling you and drawing you, but at the same time, and it almost has this official energy with the Justice that you need to kind of shut the door on something, like we said. And that in itself could freak you out because suddenly it's like, okay, now I have to do this energy. So the Justice energy is interesting because that is around, like I said, contracts, but it can also be legal contracts. It can be any sort of contract in your world at this moment in time. So there could be something very new and successful coming in around that. But interestingly, it just feels like there needs to be like a little bit of negotiating of the contract space here. So maybe it is around, just say it's to do with your work or to do with, like, we're looking at any kind of contracts around money. It's like, I want a little bit of extra money to put into this thing, but maybe I'm feeling a little bit restricted at the moment. I mean, maybe you're on some kind of bank contract that you can't get money out, or you don't have extra money for the moment, but you still got this sense of wanting to move forward, getting inspired, feeling really hopeful with something. So something like this, or maybe it's a work contract where it's like, I don't have the time at this moment, but I can see it. I'm going to hold the space with this and keep this in my vision, something that I can get inspired by, something that feels right for me. And it may be that there's been things inside your mind that have been limiting you. There's reasons why potentially you haven't started this or stepped into it. So it feels like this is more of as an expression of your heart, where your heart is saying, I want to shine a little bit more in the world. I want to do and work out what it is that's really authentic for me, something that I really desire, something that I really want. And then your head's going, well, that's not what we agreed. That's not what's happening at this moment. And so it's almost like head versus heart energy here, where it's kind of like we have to have a negotiation here with with some sort of impartial arbiter, the justice energy going, okay, what's fair? What can we negotiate? What can we bring in so that we are following this energy of the heart? Because that feels really important to really be working with that energy at this moment. So this Page of Wands wants to be getting excited about something, it wants to be going, I feel like I want to feel like I can do this. So yeah, it's an interesting negotiation. And this may be just your head and heart having this negotiation process of how can we kind of work with this and bring more of what this is that your heart is telling you here, what it is that you're really desiring at this moment, or who. But it could also be, you might see this playing out in terms of just it's a real negotiation energy. So just be aware of where you're negotiating things at this moment in time, with who and what it's about at this moment. So justice energy, like I said, it could be work stuff that you're dealing with, bank stuff. It could be other people, because the justice energy can be also what's fair, what's right. It can also be around legalities as well. So it can be around decisions, legal decisions that are being handed down. So maybe there's negotiations around that. But just be really aware that something needs to be negotiated here for this Page of Wands to get off the ground and feel like they're moving, because Spirit is there going, yes, this is you. The Six of Wands is very much saying, this is me. This is some of the things that you've learnt through the Leo season, where you're connecting to your inner light, your expression of who you are. And there's something that wants to come out here, that wants this kind of demanding space in your life. But I feel like there's this lovely enthusiasm that comes with it. So you're going to want to be doing this potentially. And so that's where you're looking at, okay, what sort of structures are in my life at this moment that are restricting this, and how can I work with that and renegotiate some of those structures? Do I have to think outside of the box, or do I have to kind of just, shift and change some things? So yes, a big energy of negotiation, I would say, coming through. But ultimately with that, the Justice card and the Six of Pentacles, it wants to restore some sort of balance and harmony. So listen to those messages from what this Six of Wands and the Page of Wands, it's wanting to lead you into the future, to put more of you out there. It's kind of like yesterday we had this sense of taking big strides. There was something that was wanting to follow your heart. This is the light. I'm kind of getting this as the light bursting through at this moment. So you've yesterday was more about the energy of being aware, consciously aware of where this was leading you. And now this is like, okay, it's impossible to ignore this light here. That's just kind of bursting out like sunbeams from you at this moment in time. So yeah, interesting. So that is, I'm just because they've got the Eight of Swords, someone saying blinded by the light. I'm getting this message of blinded by the light. And I'm kind of almost like, it's like this is you coming out the Six of Wands and the Page of Wands going, whether you're aware of it or not, there's a part of you that's shining bright at this moment in time and is wanting to come out. But the Eight of Swords is either not something or someone not wanting to see it. This could be a part of you, or somebody just going, whoa, I'm blinded by this light of what's going on here. So there's a lot of, I actually think that this light energy wanting to shine from you is a really beautiful energy that wants to be honored and respected at this moment in time. So whatever these limitations are with the Eight of Swords, or restrictions around it, or limited ways of thinking, or limited structures and contracts around, that really is something to be looked at today, because this light wants to shine, and that light is you. So that's it. It may cause a little bit of an altercation. We had to start an altercation in the chook shed there. It may cause a little bit of a, oh, what are you doing? What's this all about? Some people might have that kind of reaction, but it's really important to honor this energy. So that is the message for August the 19th. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.